friends, this is Amanda.
And Dacey.
We usually serve the fourth Sunday and we worship with our friends at Judson Road. And today we're going to be reading a story from this book called Goodnight Devotions. It's written by Susan Lingo and Kathy Parks. And I used to read this devotional book to my kids when they were in preschool, so they really liked it, and we found it and thought it would be good to share with our friends at Judson Road. So we're going to read a story called Fear Not, and the story begins from the verse in the Bible, Matthew 10:31, and in that verse it says, Jesus said, "Do not be afraid," and that's in our Bible, Matthew 10:31. We are going to learn how Jesus helped the boy Max not be afraid. And then we're going to find out why Max asked Jesus to be with him. So here we go. Max's papa was afraid of his new piano.
Afraid of a new piano? That's silly, said Sophie springily.
Max frowned. Well, I'm not exactly afraid of the piano, he said. I'm afraid I can't play it so good. Max played a few notes. Plink, plonk, clunk.
Sophie covered her ears. Ouch! Maybe you could play the tuba instead, she suggested.
Well, I have to play my song for lots of people tomorrow, groaned Max, to show them how my piano lessons are going.
Sophie thought a bit and then said, Max, there's only one thing you can do. Invite Jesus to be there with you.
Invite Jesus? Asked Max. He doesn't want to hear me play the piano.
Sure he does, Sophie said. Jesus can help you not be scared, and he can help you play the piano too. We can do everything with Jesus' help.
Max sat at the piano and thought as he played, could Jesus help him not be afraid?
The next day, Max felt sure Jesus could help. Even though lots of people were listening, Max wasn't afraid. He just invited Jesus to be with him. Max played the piano and knew Jesus was there. And when every sweet note of his song filled the air, Max smiled and said,
I wasn't afraid with Jesus right here. And now I know faith is music in his ear. So we are all afraid sometimes. Even Dacey and even me. Jesus can help us not be afraid. When we invite Jesus into our lives, he stays with us all the time, so we never have to feel alone. Isn't that wonderful? Here's an idea. You can make a special welcome sign to invite Jesus to be with you. Use crayons and paper to draw a happy Welcome Jesus sign. Then you can tape it beside your bed. As you go to sleep, think of how Jesus is with you. Good night. And here's our prayer. You can pray with me. Dear God, thank you for taking my fears away and for your loving help both night and day. Amen. Good night.